ici Joe Bescatos et bienvenue à Sakura Stitz. Spirit. Oh fuck. Roll the intro. Donc nous revoici dans ce jeu que j'ai acheté. Je suis déconcentré un peu. J'ai acheté ce jeu sur Steam à 10$. Juste parce que c'est un jeu d'anime. Puis j'ai voulu essayer, j'ai eu des recommandations, donc pourquoi pas. Alors sans plus tarder, allons-y. Every person has a dream they wish to pursue. Yet, as people grow up, they often come to realize the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. At least that's what most people say. Then what about those who end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky? Every man has a dream he wants to accomplish. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges he might have to face. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Ever since I was a young child, I have been interested in martial arts. It didn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artists. It has always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. Even though I already understood that superheroes were nothing more than figment of my imagination, I still had a desire to use my strength for the sake of others. My name is My name is Gushken Takahiro, a 17 years old rising judo star. And no, that's not me bragging. I'm actually about to take a part in a tournament 2 weeks from now that could make or break my career on an international level. Of course, I was excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dream and represent my country as a sport that I loved, but the same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. And while those words some thought haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside the window. Oi, Takakun, get your butt in gear. Okay, I'll be right there, Koyomi. C'était tellement raciste. Not wanting to keep Koyomi waiting, I quickly dashed toward the front door to let her in, not even realizing that I was still in my pajamas. Hold on a second, Koyomi. Gotta grab my shoe before we head off to school. Really? I never realized our school had a strict uniform and sleepwear policy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you borrow them from your mom? For a moment, my eyes drifted downwards, noticing that I was indeed wearing my pajamas. I let out a groan of annoyance and marched back toward my room. Bah, there's something wrong with my jammies? Nothing wrong. Bah, there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Mumbling those words, I started stripping out of my clothes, not particularly minding the presence of a girl behind me. Oh. Did that only happen once? You know very well it was super hot that night, and geez, warn me before you strip naked in front of me, you idiot. You didn't seem to mind with it when we were little. Maybe you want me to turn around instead? No, stop! Don't make me kick your ass. I decided I had teased her enough and quickly pulled on my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. You've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on in that hollow skull of yours? Is that upcoming match? I have no idea how anyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I had made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre. Alright, the judo thing, I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches and you kick butt. And of course, if you're really worried, you could always pray. Pray? What? Don't tell me you don't know? It's one of the school's legend. Apparently, there's some shrine out in the forest that, if you pray to it, brings you good luck. Ichikawa-san said that his sister prayed to it the night before her exam, and she got a perfect score. A shrine that's said to bring you good luck? Sounds like bogus to me. But at this point, I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I'll ask Ichikawa-san about the location. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up a modern-day Tarzan. Well, whatever. If you do good looking, at least send me a message to let me know. And will you hurry up? We're going to be late again! A hero is never too early. Not are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry. That's a wizard, not hero genius. How can you be... How can one person be such a sport nerd and such a geek at the same time? Let's not forget the Casanova Man of the Year candidate bits. They're important details. I doubt you qualify for either one of them, Pyjama Boy. Anyway, let us boldly go where everyone has gone before, to school! Ugh, nerd! Several hours later... Dot dot dot! Dot 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 dot! Later that day, I finally got the chance to talk to my classmate about the location of the shrine that Koumi had mentioned earlier. Gym was the last thing on the schedule for today, so once people got ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey, Chikawa, is it true that your sister discovered some shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Oh, let me guess, you want to date her? Well, even though I do have to admit that she's very attractive, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Not to mention you're not her type. I'm already got my hands full dealing with Koyomi. Can you keep your sisters to yourself? Joke aside, I'm more interested in that shrine. Did she mention where she found it? I didn't know there was anything near the forest aside from the dojo. She said something about it being near a river and quite high up, to be honest. I wasn't paying too much attention when she was going on about it. I mean, she was wearing this top and it was tight and... Stop! I seriously don't need to hear the details, and I doubt anyone else is interested. So, do you know anyone who might have heard about the shrine? Are you guys talking about that lucky shrine out in the forest? The one and only, according to Ishikawa's sister. There's supposed to be one near a river. I don't know about that, but there's this fair girl at the Sakura dojo who knows more about it. Wait, are you talking about Arya-sama? About this tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary? That's the one! Oh, in that case, I believe I can still be of help. Takahito-kun, I know where that place is. Of course you do, we both do. You just want to tag along, do you? I don't think Arya-senpai will appreciate you visiting her with your usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you that what happened last time you tried to pick her after she finished with practice? Blood, sweat, and tears. Shut up! I don't peep out the ladies, that's slander, you know? I should sue you. I will never look upon Arya-sama's glorious body in any state of nudity. Oh, so you haven't seen her naked yet? I've been a bit of a side boob, but the hole I found didn't really let me get a good view of. There we go, someone called the cops. Ichikawa peeping from Tom has confessed. I playfully patted Ichikawa's shoulder as I turned around, grabbing my bag in the process and prepared to leave. Thanks for the tip, Ichikawa. I'll let the judge know you were most helpful during the interrogation. This is unfair. I was coerced. I won't say another word until I speak with my lawyer. Once school was over, I decided to take my chance with the little bit of intel I had managed to obtain from my classmates. If memory served me right, Arya-senpai will be practicing at the dojo today. Of course, I knew her. She was a judo student just like myself, but for whatever reason, she had been refusing to compete in any tournament for a while now. Arya-senpai, are you around? I shouted her name as I parked my bike, looking around for any sign of the girl. Wah! Yeah! Follow the shouts and you will find her. I grinned briefly as I saw Arya seemingly in the middle of practicing the series of motions, almost as she was fighting an imaginary opponent. Perhaps now was a perfect opportunity to surprise her a little. I snuck closer, making sure to make a little noise as possible before I reached a hand toward her shoulder. Arya, feeling a hand on her shoulder, I reacted. She grabbed hold of my hand and with a loud grunt, shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. I didn't have time to brace myself on the impact before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Hiya! No one sneakers on the great Kunoichi area! Oh, Taka boy! I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry, are you okay? Kunoichi? More like Tasmanian devil. That truth didn't have a shred of mercy in it.
There's no mercy in the ring, Taka boy. Better that you learn that now than in 2 weeks. Time! Let me guess. You want to do some sparring, don't you?
I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt.
Oh, what do you want to ask? We've got all afternoon. I'll go do it with a bit of brick, anyway.
Where to start? You used to take part in the big and important matches in the past, right? Didn't you ever get nervous before going into the ring? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, ha! This one time, I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until my dad found me and dragged me to the car. Of course, that was when I was like 8.
Well, obviously I can't go and hide from my match, but one of my friends made this stupid suggestion that I go and preach or him or something. Honestly, at this point, I'll do anything to calm my nerves a little.
Taka boy, are you sure about this?
You mean a match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo ever since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent this country and the world and the sports I love. Arya seemed to think for quite a long time, although all the while tapping her jaw with a finger. Eventually, she snapped her finger and grabbed a tight hold of me.
Alright, I'll take you the way to the shrine I know, but it's going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and bob your head. You need to give something to the shrine, something of value.
I guess I have to think of something before we get there. Thanks, senpai. I appreciate the help.
We? Oh, no, Taka boy. I'm not going with you. I've got training to do. Besides, you got to take this step yourself. I can draw you a map and show you an easy way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. You're not tagging along? Not even for a little while?
Whoops, leaving us halfway. Afraid so, Taka boy. Let me just grab some paper. I'll draw that map for you. After Shikai's return, quick preparations were made, and I followed the direction noted down on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't all that far. However, the hint on how to find my way back in case I got lost was a bit sketchy. Just look down and you'll be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill. Bon, je pense que je vais arrêter ici, mes copains. On se revoit dans le premier épisode de Sakura Spirit. Goodbye.